My name is Rachel Rice, and I am a member of our self-advocacy group. I am honored to be able to introduce our guest speaker this evening. This evening, we are celebrating Disabilities Awareness Month. And this year, theme is, what's your story? Each one of us has a story that makes us who we are. Some days we have good days, and some days are not so good. But with each day, our journey continues. Tonight, I would like to introduce you to our guest speaker. He will be sharing his story with us. Our speaker is Alex Kovacs. He is the son of Terry Coomer and Mark Kovacs. He also has a stepfather, Aaron Coomer. Alex has one brother. He enjoys working out, sled hockey, and Cincinnati Bengals. Alex lives in Lebanon, and he has one roommate. He works at Westchester Myers as a greeter. Thank you, Alex, for sharing your story with us.
That was quite an introduction there. Thank you, Rachel, for the very kind words. I would like to start off with a quote. I live very deeply with this quote pretty much every day. If you want something bad enough, you have to go take it. Because nobody in this world is going to give you anything. You have to fight for everything that you get and earn it. Going from there, I'd like to talk to you about the time when I was a baby and born. I was pretty much told by my mother, because I was a baby, that they were told that I was not going to make it. So, and because of that, I weighed only about 3 pounds. And then so on and so on. A week later, I went down to 1 pound. I'm not supposed to be here, right? Well, I'm a fighter, so that's just the way of, that's just me, and that's how I am. So it's just, I'm grateful for being here today. So, and that's pretty much that's pretty much the hand I was dealt with. And I just took it and ran with it. My whole life, I have felt challenged. So is there anyone in this room right now at this second who had not felt challenged a day in their life? Somebody you gotta tell me that you have felt challenged at least one day in your life. So raise your hand if you've been challenged at least one day. Good, because I have to deal with it every single day. So, and if you haven't been challenged, I was going to say, tell me your secret, because that's just not normal. As a kid, I pretty much like to roll around and wrestle around just like any other kid would. Maybe I think I was about 5 or 6 maybe. And this kid came up to me at my brother's baseball game one day, and he said, came up to me, he goes, "What's wrong with you?" Well, I looked looked at him, kind of weird, just the way I'm looking at you now. Looked back at him, said, nothing. What's wrong with you? He went on about his day. So, yeah, so that's pretty much the way I've been living. Pretty much we're all unique in a different way. I use my disabilities for an advantage, not a disadvantage. So I just try to make something positive out of every day of living. So, you know, like I said, I use it for my advantage, not my disadvantage. Going from childhood to adulthood was not exactly it was fun, but it was, again, challenging. So one day, I graduated high school, my mother said, you know, you can enjoy your summer. Senior year, big man on campus, you're gonna enjoy your summer, but you eventually gotta get a job. So she said if I wasn't going to college, you gotta get a job. So I didn't go to college, so I got a job. And with that being said, like I said in the beginning of my speech, I wasn't sure what I wanted, but I went after it anyway. Because working hard can lead you to greater jobs. It can make you more successful. If you want it bad enough, you have to go and take it. Go and take it. Nobody can take it for you. And I don't mean come in the mire, and I greet you, and I say hello, you say hello back. I don't mean go and take your favorite candy bar. I mean, if you want a job, you gotta go and take it by showing the interviewer you want it. But at the same time, be humble. Dream job. Like a maze, right? Going through it is like a maze. I've had several, actually. I worked as a basketball coach for about 2 months. That didn't work out, so we had to part ways. Then I came to the YMCA, did that for about 5 years. And then I had a good relationship there, but that eventually faltered, so I had to move on. Then I came here, PSU. I worked at the desk and I pushed buttons and answered the phone, and that's pretty much all I did. And then after that for 2 years, I went down to Kings Island and I took tickets. Made sure people weren't sneaking in and all that good stuff. It's kind of hard to contain that because there's a lot of people. And on top of that, I had to work during the Halloween season. Ooh, that was something else. Cold, wet, rainy. Ugh. So I never want to go back to that again. Then, after Kings Island closed, I went down to Meyer and interviewed for the greater position, and she liked me, and they hired me on the spot, and I've been there ever since, about a year. So, there you go. That's my job history. Again, I will leave you saying this. If you want something bad enough, you gotta go take it. Nobody's gonna give it to you. You can have all the support from these beautiful people right here down in the front row. That's right, we're all pretty. But they're not gonna go into the interview, whatever you may do in life, whether it's interviewing for a job or doing a job, they're not gonna do it for you. You gotta go and do it yourself. So, and it's ultimately up to you where you decide to go with your destiny. So there you go. That's my story. Anybody have any other questions that they would like to ask? No questions? Westchester. Yeah, Westchester and Public Township. Yeah. Yep. And with that being said, oh, yes. My dream job, I have two right now, actually. I have, I'm speaking in front of you, which is one of my dreams, which is very, very cool. So, because I'm giving back to the community, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. And then I get to sit at Meyer. People always tell me, why are you sitting on the job? I look at them and I say, well, I kind of have no choice, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah, I get to sit and talk to different people at Meyer from all different walks of life. And I get about 24 to 25 hours a week there, so it's pretty cool. I've been dealt a pretty cool hand as far as that goes. But, yeah. Any others? Don't want to miss it.
Thank you, Alex. Alex was actually one of the people featured on our poster for DV Awareness Month this year. I don't know if you've gotten to see it yet, but your picture on this list.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, good. Yeah, so he's featured on there. Isn't it funny how someone's biggest dream is someone else's biggest nightmare? Public speaking is not something that everyone's comfortable with. Great job, Alex. Now I'm honored to introduce our next speaker. Last year at this very event, Judge Joe Kirby came here and said publicly that he was supportive of our Employment First initiative and employing people with disabilities, and said right here that his goal was to get someone employed at the probate court, and as he's a man of his word, he has done just that. So he's hired someone who we provide services to, and in addition to that, he went above and beyond and put together an informational session for other county employees to promote the idea of employing people with disabilities. And next week, he will be the recipient of an award in Columbus for a statewide Ohio Public Images, which is an agency that promotes positive promotions of people with developmental disabilities. And he will receive an award for county and community and elected official. So we're very proud that he was able to get that honor, and very well deserved. So with that, I'd like to bring forth Judge Joe Kirby.
Good evening to everyone. Just wanted to say thank you, and you did a great job speaking. So, a couple things I want to say. First of all, this building has the nicest people in the entire world in it, and I always like coming here because one person is nicer than the next, and that is rare, and it certainly doesn't happen in our court. We don't get the nicest people. The second thing I want to apologize to you is I don't have anything to do ever at night. I get home and I get on the couch and I stay there till tonight. I have two things to do. This one, and then I have to go to a dinner for the engineer's office at well, it's about 7 o'clock. So I'm going to leave here after I'm done talking. I'm not being rude. I just have to go someplace else. Mr. Bergano, Tony Bergano, he actually runs our court. He's going to stay here and enjoy the rest. And I'm going to miss out on the singing because I enjoyed that last year. And I think I got to listen to it at the car show. Right? It was the car show. Yeah. So you guys do a great job. I always enjoy it. Are you going to sing the Journey song again? Am I going to miss that? Maybe I should call the engineer's office. First of all, this award that I'm getting, I had no idea that I was ready for that, and I am very humbled by it, and I almost feel like I'm not worthy of it, because really, I was sitting right where Mr. Bergano is, and Gene's sitting, and we were talking about it, and I said, that sounds like a great program, and Tony was enthusiastic about it. I was enthusiastic about it, and it was only natural that we follow up on it, and one thing led to another. And then two great applicants, it was a very tough decision. They went through an interview process. I think they were interviewed by 3 different people. And then we get Megan, and I tell you, she's not the lady we are. She is phenomenal. She's smart. She's funny. She's a little sassy, which is perfect for me. I just enjoy having her there. And it's not just me. She has lit up our entire courthouse by just being who she is. And the best part about her is her enthusiasm is second to none. She wants to be at work. She works hard. She's very diligent, and she wants to do. I asked her the other day. I said, "Are we giving you too much to do?" And she said, "I'm used to doing more than this." So I said, "Well, there you go. Then we're going to work you into that." But we're going to give her more stuff to do, and maybe the one morning turned into 2. Maybe it'll turn into 3, or who knows? Maybe we'll reach out and maybe grab somebody else who might be interested, because we do have a lot to offer, and maybe we make that commitment again, Tony, and say, let's pick another one for next year, because it has worked out tremendously. And like I said, we're the one who was lucky. So I wanted to thank you for putting me in for that award. I'm going next Thursday, I guess, to Columbus. They said there was a lunch there, so I'm going to go there, and on behalf of the court, I'm going to accept it, because I really can't take credit. I'm going to tell a quick story. When Megan came to us, Megan's not here tonight, right? No. But she has some limitations, I think, with her left arm, and we have files up at probate juvenile court. I mean, there's this thick, they're 15 pounds, they're heavy. So we got to talking about maybe she needs some assistance by carting those files around, because they do get very heavy. So I said, Kroger's has those small buggies, those small carts. Yeah. Go up there and see where they bought it from. Let's buy it. So the next thing you know, we're at Kroger's, and they're asking the question, where do you buy one of those carts? And do you know what Kroger said? Take one. We told them what we were doing. They said, take one. That's the Kroger's that we have in our community, and we were floored by it, but we took one, of course. And it's worked out great. Now, when Megan's not there, we use it too, but we don't know it. But she is an absolute treasure. So Tony, I think we make that commitment tonight. So maybe this time next year, hopefully I'll come up here, but when I read the proclamation next year, we'll have 2 people that work for us, because it's been a tremendous success. So, okay, on behalf of the Warren County Common Pleas Court Probate Division, this matter is before the court upon its own motion for the adoption of a journal entry acknowledging March as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. The Warren County Probate Court does hereby find that the developmentally disabled citizens of Warren County, Ohio, may enjoy a high quality of life, make significant contributions to the community, if given adequate support and services. The court finds that Warren County's developmentally disabled citizens have an equal right to access such places, accommodations, benefits, and services as will make them a full and active participation in all of life's activities and opportunities. It's therefore ordered, adjudged, and decreed that the Warren County Probate Court recognizes March as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. It's further ordered, adjudged, and decreed that the Warren County Probate Court does hereby acknowledge the accomplishments of the Warren County Board of Developmental Disabilities, its administration, and staff in providing the services and support to promote the various rights and purposes detailed in the herein. Entered on today's date, March 3rd, 2016. Goes to clerk and judge. So,
I think we know why Tony's saying he wants to win one of those raffle baskets again this year. I'm going to take a minute before we bring up our Voices of Warren County Choir. I forgot to mention who I am. case you don't know, my name is Megan Manuel. I'm the superintendent here at the Warren County Board of Developmental Disabilities. And I wanted to introduce a couple of our board members who are here with us tonight. Mr. Jamie Scott, in the back, our board vice president. Mr. Ray Livanetti, who's also in the back, our board secretary. And then up front here we have someone who's not a board member anymore, but he was for 12 years and is still a very strong supporter of ours, Mr. Eugene Rose. The judge mentioned Tony Bergano, the court administrator. Thank you for being here. Good luck on the rest of that. And then a couple other people I saw in the crowd who I wanted to say hi to. Mr. Scott Lips, sitting in the back. Mr. Tim Teep here, did I? Yes. Running for judge, so thank you all for being here.